The next elementary concept of object oriented programming is class. Okay, so now the question is, what is class and what is the purpose of class? Okay, so we all know that object is a unique entity that contains some characteristics and behavior. Okay, so do you think where from these characteristics and behavior are embedded in an object? Okay, so now the answer is, it is done with the help of a class. Okay, basically class is a blueprint or template for its object. That means because of the class, the objects are created. Okay, or we can say class is the object factory. That means all the objects in a program are created by the help of class. Okay, so class creates objects in a Java program. Okay, so that means class is a template of objects. Each object of a class possesses some attributes and common behavior defined within a class. Okay, actually whenever we are creating any program in Java, so that time we have to declare the data members, or we can say attributes. Okay, as well as we have to declare the behavior, or we can say member methods within a class. Okay, so whenever we are creating the object of that class, okay, so all the attributes or data members or member methods will automatically embedded with the object. Okay, so class is also referred to as a blueprint or prototype of an object. Okay, so the meaning of blueprint is model. Okay, in this way we can say a class and objects have a close relationship in an object oriented programming system. Okay, and class is simply a representation of similar type of objects. Okay, so now the summary is, um, objects are created in any Java program because of the class. Okay, second point is, class is the object factory, okay, that produces objects. Okay, third point is, all the data members and member methods which are declared within a class will automatically embedded with the object, okay, after the creation of object. Okay, so this is the concept behind the class. Okay, and that's why the objects uh, contains the characteristics and behavior which are declared within a class. Okay, so later in this video I will show you how can we declare the data members as well as the member methods in a class, and then how can we create the object of a class. Okay, next one is, here is an example. We can see, suppose there is a class fruits is a class. Okay, and inside this fruits class we can use these attributes. Okay, the attributes are color, taste and shape, whereas the common behavior of that class fruits are used for making juice and used for breakfast. Okay, these are the common behavior within the class fruits. Okay, so next one is, different types of fruits such as apple, banana, pear, grapes, etc. are referred to as objects which belong to the class fruits. Okay, so these all are the different type of fruits like apple, banana, pear, grapes, etc. Okay, so here each object of the class fruits means apple, banana, grapes, etc. will have different characteristics and common behavior. Okay, for example, the color of apple is different from the color of banana. Okay, the taste of apple is different from banana. Okay, and the shape of apple is different from banana. Okay, so that means these all are the characteristics which will used by the objects of fruits class. Okay, and because of the value of these characteristics, each object is unique. Okay, so that means here the values of these characteristics are different from each object. Okay, but the behavior is common. Okay, apple can be used for making juice, as well as banana can be used for making juice. Okay, as well as apple can be used for breakfast, as well as banana can be used for breakfast. Okay, so I want to say that because of the characteristics we can differentiate the objects. Okay, but each object of a class have a same, or we can say common behavior. Okay, so this is the real world example. Later I will show you the examples related to Java program. Okay, next topic is creating objects of a class. Okay, now how can we create the object of any class? Okay, so here are some points. The first point is object is also called instance of a class. Okay, the meaning of instance is example, or we can say copy of the class. Okay, okay, so that means object is known as instance of a class. Okay, so why we are called object as an instance? Because the class contains data members and methods. Okay, and whenever the object is created of that class, so all the data members and member methods of class will automatically embedded with object. Okay, so whatever is class containing, that is also containing by the object. Okay, so that means object is also known as example or instance of a class. Okay, the second point is when an object of a class is created, then it is said to be instantiation. Okay, this is the term. Okay, instantiation. Whenever we are creating any object of any class, so that process is called instantiation. Okay, next one is all the instances or objects share the attributes and behavior described within a class. Okay, whatever we are declaring inside the class, that will used by the object of that class. Okay, next one is but the attributes are unique for each object. Okay, here I have already discussed. Okay, the attributes of each object is different from each other. Okay, so a single class may have any number of objects, so that means we can create any number of object of any class. Okay, next point is syntax of creating an object of a class. Okay, so here this is the syntax. Okay, the first of all we have to write the name of class, that is class name. Okay, second one is object name equal to new, then class name, then bracket and semicolon. Okay, so this is the syntax of creating an object of a class. Okay, we can see some examples are here. The first one is the name of class is fruits. Okay, the object is apple. Okay, equal to new operator, then again class name, then bracket and semicolon. Okay, so using this statement, one object is created, that is apple of class fruits. Okay, second one is, one more example is the fruits grapes equal to new fruits. Okay, so here we can see grapes is the name of object. Okay, and we can see, or we can observe here, grapes is the second object of class fruits. Okay, next point is the steps to creation and object of a class. Okay, the first step is declaration. Okay, so it uses class as data type along with an object. Okay, so here this fruits apple, this is the declaration, this is the declaration step. Okay, and next one is new. So new operator or this keyword is used for allocating memory for storage of an object. Okay, so whenever we are creating any object, so that time for storing that object in the memory we need some space. Okay, so that space is provided because of this new operator, or we can say new keyword. Okay, so new keyword is used for allocating memory for storage of an object. Okay, and the process of creating of object is called instantiation. Okay, so here we can, again we can see in this example, fruits apple, this is the declaration. Okay, equal to new, so new keyword is used for allocating memory for this apple object. Okay, so this is the way by which we can create any object. Understood? Next topic is software class and objects. Okay, so now we will take examples of software class and objects that are used for programming purpose in Java language. So let employee be a class that describes the following data and member methods. Okay, so here we can see data members of class employee are name, depth and salary. Okay, and whereas member methods are accept data and display data. Okay, the object of class employee can be created by using the following statements. Okay, the first one is, so here suppose that we are creating three objects, stop 1, stop 2 and stop 3. Okay, and we all know the syntax. The syntax is class name, that is employee, object name, that is stop 1 equal to new operator, then class name again, that is employee, and brackets and then semicolon. Okay, so because of this statement, stop 1 object will be created of class employee. Okay, and same for stop 2 and stop 3. Okay, now just observe this table. So each object of class employee created above means stop 1, stop 2 and stop 3. These are the three objects. Okay, so this object will contain different data values as name, department and salary. Okay, and common function or methods as accept data and display data. Okay, so here we can observe the data members in this table. Okay, so here stop 1, stop 2 and stop 3, these three objects are using the same data members as name, department and salary, but the values of each object are different from each other. Okay, we can observe in this table. For example, for stop 1, okay, the name is Aman. For object stop 2, the name is Suman. For object stop 3, the name is Raman, and so on. Okay, so that means each object is containing different data values for name, department, and salary. Okay, as well as these objects can also use the member methods which are declared within the class, which are accept data and display data. Okay, so now just look. Okay, just observe here. Some of the functions that can be carried out on different objects are staff1 dot accept data. Okay, so staff1 dot accept data means it accepts name, department, and salary for object staff1. Okay, second method is accept data. So whenever we are calling or we are using the accept data by the help of staff2 object. Okay, so again this method will accept name, department, and salary for object staff2. Okay, and the third one is one more method we are using here by the help of object staff1. So this method will displays name, department, and salary of object staff1 on the screen. Okay, so we can understand this example practically. Okay, since you are not aware of data types and writing Java statements, but by the help of this example I want to show you how can we declare the data members and member methods within a class, then how can we create the object of a class, as well as how the object are using the data members and member method. Okay, so I want to show only these operations. Okay, so don't confuse here. Okay, you are the beginners now. Okay, this example of Java program is only for understanding the interrelationship of class and its objects. Okay, so later in upcoming chapters you will understand all the concepts. Okay, so now I will explain you how can we declare data members and member methods within a class, then how can we create the object of that class, and then how the object is using the data members and member method of the class. Okay, so here we can see this is the class employee. Okay, and the data members are name, debt, and salary. Okay, so here I have declared these data members, or we can say variables within the class employee. Okay, the member method is display data. This is the member method, and this is the block of member method, and here are three statements we can observe here. Okay, name is, department, and salary. Okay, these are the three statements which are enclosed within the display data member method block. Okay, next one is public static void main string args. We all know that always whenever we are creating any Java program, so always there will be a main method available, because the main method is the entry point of the Java program execution. Okay, next one is just observe here creation of objects. So here I am using creating two objects of class employee. Okay, so here we can see employee is the class name, staff1 is the object name, new operator for allocating memory for staff1 object, and then class name and bracket and semicolon. Okay, so here two objects are created of class employee, those are staff1 and staff2. Okay, the next statement is staff1 dot name equal to Aman. So this is the way by which the object staff1 can use the name, data member, or we can say variable. Okay, so staff1 dot name equal to Aman, staff1 dot depth equal to CSE. Okay, and one more is there, staff1 dot salary equal to 1 lakh. Okay, so that means this is the way by which the objects are using the data members or variable of class employee. Okay, same happens with staff2 dot name, staff2 dot depth, staff2 dot salary. Okay, as well as object staff1 is using the display data method. Actually here the staff1 object is calling the display data member method. Okay, so now I'm just executing this program. Okay, first of all just compile the program from the compile button. Here we can observe class compiled, no syntax errors message is appearing. Okay, simply close the this editor of BlueJ. Okay, and open the next screen and simply click above, right click above the employee class. Okay, I'm doing that, and click the void main string args option. Okay, and method call dialog box will be appear. Click OK, and now just observe here, this is the output screen. We can see this is the output screen. Okay, here name is Aman for object 1, department is CSE for object 1, salary is 1 lakh for object 1. Whereas name is Suman for object 2, department is IT for object 2, salary is 2 lakh for object 2. Okay, so we can observe here for object 1 the values are different. Okay, and for object 2 the values are different from object 1. Okay, so this is the concept of class and object. Okay, next topic is important terms. Okay, so the first one is class as an object factory. Okay, so we all know that class creates the object of similar type which possess the data and methods defined within a class. So class is termed as object factory. Okay, and the second one is object is an instance of a class. The meaning of instance is duplicate copy, or we can say example. Okay, so the class contains the data members and member methods which automatically embedded with objects after the creation of objects. So hence object is referred as an instance of a class. Okay, so this is the end of second chapter. Okay, so thanks to everyone for watching this video.